Hi, my name is Annie, and this is our program, Solar Powered Superheroes. Today's program is around 8 minutes long. You will learn about solar panels and how they function, and your guides will be the superheroes located at the McCoskey Center on Slippery Rock University's campus. What we need from you is listening ears, participation, and your full attention. Now think with me about any time you use electricity during the day. Pause the video and discuss this with your peers, and then hit play when you are ready. Did you come up with anything like this? Turning a light switch on and off. Or maybe plugging something in. Those are common examples, but how about this? The temperature in your house getting adjusted. Anytime you turn on the TV. Using your microwave. Opening and shutting the fridge. How often do you see your parents charging their phone, or even you yourself charging your phone? Cooking using a non-gas stove. You use electricity more often than you think. The average family uses 30 kilowatts of electricity a day, which is the same amount of energy as pedaling on your bike for over 2 days straight. You may not realize it, but solar panels are already involved in some of your everyday items. Some of these items could be solar-powered garden lights, even things like a solar-powered phone charger, common things such as your calculator, or even just a small flashlight. Now let's meet the rest of your guides.
I'm Katie. I'm Colleen.
I'm Grace. Now on to the program.
Something that threatens us all equally, whether we are super or not, is the failing environment. One way this trio of heroes fights against this is by educating you.
Me?
No, not the creature of the coal!
We'll address that later, but what I was going to say was this trio of heroes fights against this by educating you, the youth of the world, with today's topic being solar panels.
Solar panels bring hope for tomorrow by brightening the future today.
It's time for a solar fact. If 4% of the world's deserts were covered in solar panels, they could supply all of the world's electricity.
We begin with Chloroblast, who can explain the history of solar panels by comparing them to something you may already know about: photosynthesis.
Solar energy is a blast of the chloroplast. During photosynthesis, plants use energy from the sun, soil, and air to make glucose, which are sugars that the plant uses as food. Plants are able to use energy from the sun due to chloroplasts, which contain chlorophyll, a molecule that gives plants their green color. People have always taken advantage of solar energy. Some first used solar energy indirectly when we consumed plants, which had transformed solar energy into food through the process of photosynthesis, also through animals which people ate because of the plants that the animals ate. So an early use of solar power would be when you take a magnifying glass and focus the sun energy through it to start fire. Now let's talk about some history. In 1839, one particular Frenchman, a physicist named Edmond Becquerel, was intrigued by these processes and began experimenting and discovered the photovoltaic effect that we will talk about later. Many scientists after him have experimented with this technology, but it was the scientists at Bell Labs, Darrell Chapin, Calvin Fuller, and Gerald Pearson in 1954 who may be considered the true inventors of solar panels, due to their use of silicon in these cells that allowed for higher efficiency. Whoa, did you see that? That was super fast!
That was fast, almost lightning fast. Looks like we are now meeting Solar Flash, who's here to tell us about how solar panels work.
From sunlight to light bulb, solar panels race to deliver sunlight into your home. Wow, how nice of you to catch up. Now let's talk about solar panels. The sun is a renewable energy source, unlike fossil fuels like coal, which take time to replenish. The photovoltaic effect uses absorbed sunlight to make electricity. This effect is used in solar panels, which are made of photovoltaic cells that make electricity with the power of the sun. Solar panels must be positioned a certain way to get the maximum amount of energy possible. In the United States, most of them face south. And did you know that 50 to 75% of your total power use can be solar? And more panels equals more electricity.
Our second solar fact for the day is that most solar panels have a 25-year life expectancy, and that as of 2013, a solar panel has been installed in the United States every 4 minutes.
This represents the amount of fossil fuel powered electricity we use in a day, and this shows how much solar energy hits the earth that we could be using instead.
Maybe we don't use it because it's probably too expensive.
Actually, there's only an initial price for solar panels, and then they pay for themselves with the ability to sell extra electricity produced back to your local power provider. I'm Positivity, and I'm here to tell you that solar panels are like superheroes that bring hope to the real world for a brighter, shinier future. Your time is done, creature of coal. No more fossil fuels.
You can't use solar panels on cloudy and rainy days when you can't see the sun. What?
As a matter of fact, the sun is still getting to the solar panels, even on cloudy or rainy days. The sun's rays are able to penetrate through the clouds, just at a lower concentration. The only time you don't get sun is at night, and even then you get solar batteries that store the extra electricity made during the day. Ugh!
By creating these solar panel fields, it ruins the environment and the land which it's on. What?
Well, that's why with the use of proper planning and utilizing abandoned agricultural fields, we're able to make sure that the solar panel fields won't cause any damage. Ugh!
Well, one disadvantage is,
See, you don't even have any more negatives. For the record, solar panels are actually used in natural disaster areas because they are fast to ship and easy to assemble, which allows for electricity to get to those areas fast.
I never saw it like that before.
See, solar panels aren't as bad as you always thought. Come join us. Come be a superhero with us and spread the word about solar panels to the world.
Sounds like a plan. I guess I should turn to the bright side now that I see all the advantages that solar panels have.
The last solar fact today is that the rates at which the United States have started using solar power have quadrupled in use since 2009, and the US is the third largest solar producer in the world, with California being the state that produces the most solar energy.
So, what did we learn today? Well, we started out learning how photosynthesis connects to solar panels, and we also learned a little about their history and how it started with Edmund Becquerel and then on to Bell Labs, who could be credited with the invention of solar panels.
We also learned how solar panels take sunlight and turn it into electricity with the help of photovoltaic cells.
We also learned that even though there are some limitations to solar panels,
The benefits of them do in fact outweigh those limitations.
And don't forget to like this video, and if you're interested in seeing more videos like this, subscribe to the McCoskey Center YouTube channel. And remember, solar panels bring hope for tomorrow by brightening the future today. And if you can, please leave a comment about something interesting you learned today, an advantage of solar panels and a disadvantage of solar panels. Thank you for watching!